I'd like to talk about someone today for my first video. Rihanna is a person I've been watching for a while. I love their content until I figured out this horrible news. Let me explain. Rihanna is a YouTuber I've been watching for a while. They've recently been in a Michael Kovac stream and asked Michael to say something freaky to their OC as Jax. Normal for kooky simp fans, right? That's not the bad part. ILMEO made a video on the situation, not completely about Rihanna, nor did they mention any names. Rihanna took it as a personal attack on her and made multiple posts about it. She says Michael fans have been harassing her and giving her death threats. When I've searched through posts and saw at most one hate comment, she said she's been at the brink of suicide over it, which I feel like she's just suicide baiting. This isn't even the worst part. In a public Discord server, she's been talking sexual with her partner. I won't say any names other than hers. And it's made many minors and adults uncomfortable. She immediately gets salty about it and starts arguments with people. Yes, the server owner is her partner, but in the rules of the server it says no sexual content of any kind, which she's broken that rule many times, even saying sexual stuff in her partner's streams and comment section. Now to the next chapter. Be warned of the warnings at the beginning. I've been given a document on her before making this. I'll show some of the content in the document and go over it. Here is the document by Azura. I will type it out myself, so you guys don't need to read all of it. Warning: topics such as necrophilia, rape, racism, transphobic slurs, manipulation, cannibalistic language, and overall just harsh language that may be difficult to hear and read will be discussed in this document. Hello everybody, Azura here. Today I want to share something that should have been released to the internet a while ago, specifically around late June of this year when it happened. The reason I didn't release this information sooner was that me and others thought Rain would change for the better and stop her rude behavior. But recent drama between her and a YouTuber have proven otherwise. But that's neither here nor there. The reason I want to share the information you're about to see is because I can no longer live with this truth staying in the dark, and I feel the internet needs to be aware of who the real Rihanna is. The whole situation has been a giant mess of a rabbit hole. But I'll start with how this all started in the first place. This all started around mid-June, roughly on the 17th or 18th, when a popular murder drone YouTuber named Crisis Drone, also known as Robotomy, posted an exposed video on a voice actor named Cash in behalf of the request of Rihanna. The next day, Crisis made a post stating that we all were unfortunately manipulated by Rain and that Cash was indeed innocent. This information was brought about after Cash sent a document exposing the truth of everything Rain did to him, proving his innocence. Now, the reason I'm involved in this is because Rihanna was a part of my Murder Drones AU project as a voice actor and was not only in my community server, but was also a part of the cast and crew, which means she was like family to us. After I saw Crisis's post, I was very disappointed in the news that I heard, and as the boss of the project and owner of a server with many vulnerable individuals, I decided to remove Rain from my project for the safety of everyone and for the integrity of the project itself. In the evidence provided below, you will see that she did not take this very well at all and responded in the most vile, disgusting way possible. See here that Azura was showing Rihanna the post from Crisis. They do ask, is everyone just retarded? Which is just extremely rude, first of all. Second, Azura also said, Robotomy said you manipulated him into making the video. I haven't watched the video yet, but if it's still up, I will link it in the comments or description. Azura says, I knew you would eventually see my comment. The truth hurts, Rihanna. This whole situation hurts me more than you understand. I didn't want to let you go. I thought you were a cool person, to be honest, but you let your emotions get the better of you. Rihanna rudely responds, oh, so now you're also being retarded, which honestly, that rudeness is not needed at all. Azura is simply trying to have a civil conversation about the issues, and Rihanna decides to be rude and disrespectful. And here's where the racism and homophobia begins. She says, right, but because he said, stop harassing me. I think he's a F-slur who should go back to being in Africa. Azura gets confused and Rihanna says, the burnt cigarette head. Yeah. Azura says, OMG, you're racist, you must be a Aries or something, because you have no filter. Rihanna responds with, I don't care, El Mayo. He should go shift back to picking cotton. This by itself is worthy of getting exposed, but it gets worse, way worse. I don't have every conversation bit due to only having what's in the document, so some parts may be cut off. But Assure says, quiet please. The adult is talking. Rihanna says you're young, shut up, and go back to selling drugs, and you should go back to your own country. This is also a very fair point. I feel like Rihanna needs a bit of mental help because of this situation. They say they push them to their limit, but it still doesn't mean they're not in the fault for their own actions. This is where it gets really wrong. Rihanna says, I'm going to enjoy the day where I eventually kill each and every single one of you and destroy your mentalities, whether I have to eat your flesh or not. I'm going to enjoy killing you all and committing mass genocide when that day comes. This is honestly sickening, but it still gets worse. I'm not going to continue this so you guys can read the document yourselves because it's really late and I'm getting tired. Please make sure to unadd or unsubscribe from Rihanna. They are a horrible person. Please share this around because this needs to be known. Have an amazing day and please stay safe.